Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Facebook Live here at Briggs Health. Except I'm not at Briggs Health today because I am at home isolating with the COVID. I was really intending to stay away from this particular virus, but it caught me. Had a positive test over the weekend, and you know, tough phone calls to make are phone calls to people that I was in contact with. Uh, for the kind of later part of last week. And I'm also, kind of humbled and also um, absolutely appreciative and surprised, to be honest, with how understanding and kind people really are. Um, I always expect the worst case scenario, you had the what? I never want to talk to you again. you know, and and you know, it just didn't happen. And, of course, I would I would understand if someone felt like that. Do you know what I mean? If a provider called and told me that they had had COVID, I would feel like that's pretty irresponsible. But, you know, um, having this little time to myself, having several days now to reflect on things like that, it's amazing to me how much harder we are on ourselves than other people are on us, and that's just one example, um, of that, and I'm glad that people are kind, and I'm glad that people, like, really and truly, you know, are willing to overlook lots of things about me, um, and lots of things that I'm sure that I don't even know that I'm doing, um, and so I feel happy about that, and I also uh, want to encourage you to understand that other people are doing the same thing for you. We are always harder on ourselves than anyone else could ever be on us. um, Having this time to reflect, I was doing a little writing this morning, and some really common themes that um, like just a couple of areas in my life. One of them is financially, I don't make as much money as lots of people that I know do. In fact, I make, less money than most people I do that I know. But so, for a long time I've kind of been real hard on myself about that. and And also about I've been hard on myself about some financial mistakes that I made when I was younger. Getting into credit card debt or and then having to pay that off over time, or buying a car that was really out of my price range and doing it anyway. But this morning, as I was writing this, and these are all just thoughts that are so familiar to me that, they have run through my head like maybe even daily for years. And as I wrote them down, I was like, wait a minute. Getting into credit card debt was something that you did one time, and it was a mistake that you didn't realize was a mistake when you made it. And, you know, like a 30,000-foot view of my financial life, like I'm in decent shape. I don't need to I don't need things to be different to even have it move forward in a good way, right? So, you know, putting those things together, maybe I can just let go of that old mistake, of those old mistakes. And really just forgive myself and not have this idea that I need to be at a certain place to like and see people doing this with their health too. I've done it with my health. If I had just done X, Y, or Z, or I know I need to do X, Y, or Z, or I haven't been able to do this, or at some point in the past I did this and I know it was bad for me. Um, and it's hard to really step back and take that 30,000-foot view of like your life as a whole. And of course, you can only see the part of the life that has occurred already because we're in the constant process of making our lives as we go forward. Um, but, maybe going skydiving and breaking your neck, whatever it was, getting into the car and driving drunk, sure, not a good thing to do, but also could have been literally a mistake and um and something that you wouldn't do again because you've learned about that mistake. And other people, even if they know about it, you're not defined by that mistake for other people because other people see lots and lots of you, you know? So like one mistake or one like little facet of your life. I mean, I keep thinking of you can't see the forest for the trees, but like even just like one or two little trees sometimes are like, I hate those trees. Like, I wish those trees weren't in my forest. And then, like, that's all that I can look at is, like, that little tree. Like, "Oh, there's that little tree again. I hate that little tree." Um, and I laugh, but it's also, it's amazing how much energy and time I've spent looking at, like, a few little trees in my forest. So those are that's the bulk of my reflections for today, my COVID reflections. Um, Everybody wear your masks. Some people say that it doesn't help. Any little bit helps. Uh, this particular little illness that I'm having, um, I've been in really, really good health for lots of years. And so I feel all right. Um, but I am in a high risk group. I'm asthmatic and with pretty severe asthma for many years. And so, exactly what it feel, what my symptoms have been like so far is a combination of strep throat. I had a really sore throat for a few days, and then bronchitis, which you can hear it. I keep coughing up phlegm, and I know, for myself, what works is just to spit that stuff out. So, um, I still have most of my sense of smell and taste. It's a little off, but about what I would expect for this level of phlegm. But lots and lots of people have died from this, and every time you know, I go to the bathroom, everything, I put on my mask and I hope that no little particles are getting out into the house so that other people are staying well. And when I'm outside, I'm wearing that mask because as many of those little viruses, of course, it's never going to trap all the viruses, but like, I'm sure that I could have infected a lot more people than I did if I wasn't wearing a mask. So anyway, this is the end of my reflections for today, and I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Avoid people with the COVID, and the guidelines say that I need to stay out a little extra time from work because I am a healthcare practitioner. So I look forward to seeing everyone when I have had 2 positive tests in a few days. And not positive tests. I want negative tests. I want negative COVID tests and a few extra days on the end. All right. Take care.